What's up, YouTube? What's up, spiritual community? Hope everyone is having a blessed day. I hope that you are loving yourself the best you can. I'll be honest, like, energy's been a little weird. In 2020, it's almost like when you're on this journey, right? Spiritual journey, or however you want to put it. 2020 has just been like it's like your mind is like this, back and forth a lot, because here you are, right? Here you are, you know, you got this going on, you got that going on, you know, cleansing your spirit, you know, learning how to eliminate the ego. It's good to have a healthy ego, but for the most part, you're learning to act more off like spirit. Anyways, 2020, mind boggle. You're feeling woozy, especially right now with like this whole energy shift. Just fear. Everything's more fear-based around this time due to just like the pandemic and just the madness that's been going on here in 2020. And this shift actually started like late 2019. So I'll go ahead and name the title: Hieroglyphics and the Age of Aquarius. Sometimes I even ask myself, like, how did I come about this? Like, these type of topics and this information has just been getting downloaded into my mental for so long now. Because years back, I would hear about hieroglyphics and be like, oh, that sounds cool, and not think twice about actually like doing some actual research on it and just like trying to figure it out. So one day I was watching some documentaries and I came across something about ancient Egypt, because, you know, I've heard about Egypt, they're in the Bible, etc. So I ended up watching this documentary, right? And I saw hieroglyphics, and I didn't really know what hieroglyphics was. And actually, well, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Age of Aquarius first. So, first of all, Aquarius is an air sign. Might I add, I do talk about astrology on my channel, sometimes clearly by my name. For those of you who are new to my channel, the LC Male, it's abbreviated to LC because it's actually Libra Caprio Male. So I have an interest in astrology. So the Age of Aquarius is really starting to come in for us. It's starting to like transit, and I keep up with a few astrologers on YouTube, so they kind of keep me updated on like what's going on as far as like transits and different angles and solar eclipses and moons, because I'm not that advanced in it. So I just start doing a little research on the Age of Aquarius. And okay, so the basics, right? I'll just give the basic facts of it, taking more of a simplistic approach. So Aquarius, air sign, and it's a fixed sign meaning it's more of like securely placed. You know, it's kind of it's one way. It's reasonable. A fixed sign can be reasonable, but it's known to be one way, which can, in a lower vibrational state, can be considered as like stubborn. It's ruled by Uranus. It's ruled by planet Uranus. Yeah, I know, right? Uranus. Okay. So, Aquarius is also the opposite sign of Leo. Leo being a fire sign and also being a fixed sign. So that's just basic facts on Aquarius. Aquarians, they are a bit eccentric. They have like their their own specific uniqueness about them. They can be rebellious as well, for the good or for the bad. It really just depends on the individual. But I feel, after watching some videos on like some astrologers talk about the age of Aquarius and doing a little bit of my own research, I feel the shift, and I'm seeing it as well. Like I'm seeing more authenticity as far as like individuals and people I put myself around. Also, just it's almost like the energies kind of turn into this like vibe of not rebellious energy, but it's like, well, this way hasn't been working for this long, so let's try it this way. It's just like a new energy is just coming in, and it's like everybody's trying to realign themselves into this new energy, because a lot of people who really could care less about astrology or could care less about like the age we're going in, because I know we're leaving the age of Pisces and going into the age of Aquarius. They're scratching their heads, and they're a bit stressed and frustrated because these things do take a toll on our lives. Like the solar system, the stars, the transits, the planets, they have an effect on our lives. And a lot of people don't take that into consideration. And I understand if you feel like it doesn't really mean much, or you don't really think that it has a effect on your life as an individual. However, I do. So just basic qualities of Aquarius is bringing in more knowledge, higher knowledge. So if you're someone who's been getting these downloads from the universe or from the Most High, it's like things you wouldn't normally care about, you start to care about. Things that you wouldn't normally like want to seek information on, you get a pull or a drive to seek information on. So there's that. And just working towards like better things for humanity, as far as like promoting positivity. And for a lot of people that comes natural. Excuse me. A lot of people that comes natural. But yeah, it's just like a energy shift, like a pull, and it's moving at rapid speed. It's happening before our own eyes. So want to kind of talk about Aquarius, because a lot of people get it confused when you look up the actual zodiac symbol, and also there's a specific hieroglyphic symbol that I'm going to talk about, and you saw that in the thumbnail. So anyways, a lot of people get the Aquarius zodiac symbol confused when they see the man pouring out the water. They think it's a water sign, but really that's just a man pouring out knowledge to the world. So it's like somebody just giving out a higher knowledge, a pure knowledge to the world, putting on a different lens to look at how the world operates. Seeking out different ways, different routes, other better, healthier, humanitarian ways to change the world, change the environment for a better place. Again, I'm not an astrologer. I just have an interest in astrology. So I'm giving my take on this, and I'm spreading awareness about what I've been hearing about Age of Aquarius. Some people like to say Age of Information. So there's that, guys. And now I'm going to kind of give a rundown on hieroglyphics. So a few basic things about hieroglyphics. If you've never heard of hieroglyph or hieroglyphics, don't feel left out, because I didn't find out about it till this year. Okay, so basic facts on hieroglyphics. It's an ancient form of writing or a way of describing something from the ancient Egyptians. The ancient Egyptians, and I believe this was around 2,000 to 3,000 years before Christ, so BC, and it was their way of they would do symbols, and they would write in like real precise, like the way they used to write things was hard for like archaeologists or like scholars to translate it and figure out what they were actually talking about. Because if you look up any, and this is why I'm pointing out the Aquarius symbol, any ancient Egyptian like writing you see on a wall or any kind of like crypt or whatever, there's always the two squiggly lines, which is similar to the Aquarius symbol. Now, I did look up what the two lines mean in the hieroglyphic meaning. It's the letter N. I found out that it's the letter N. I don't know. I guess it's just my little theory that I'm coming up with, but it just it caught my attention. I was just, after watching these documentaries and doing a little research online, I was just like, now hang on. Every Egyptian picture I see, whether it be on a pyramid or just on like a plaque or some type of wall, some type of ancient like sighting, and then I would like compare it to what I would see on the videos, I would always see the Aquarius symbol. So what could that mean? What could that mean? The Egyptians were so advanced that these pyramids that they used to build back in these ancient times, scientists and architects today are still trying to measure up to that, are still trying to figure out how they accomplished that, how they achieved that. Maybe it was aliens. But then again, maybe we're aliens. There's so many questions, guys, but that's going down a whole nother rabbit hole. So, yeah, these hieroglyphs, they were just like ways of carrying out messages, speaking to one another, leaving trademarks, and it just amazed me. I was just like, wow, because if you never heard of it, you look at that and you're like, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? It's like a 1-year-old trying to solve a math problem. Like, you just don't know what's going on. And so I just think there's like a spiritual meaning behind that. If I'm going to take the spiritual approach in this, I feel like the Egyptians were leaving a very powerful message behind with that. Now, I could be taking this out of context. Maybe that just simply means the letter N. But my question is, how is the two squiggly lines the same thing as the symbol for Aquarius? And then we're moving more and more into the age of Aquarius. More and more things are starting to happen. It's 2020, going into 2021. I also heard there was an astrologer who talked about there's like a winter solstice coming up, and two planets are gonna come together, and it's gonna be like a massive, huge wave of complete different energy. So there's just so many things happening right now. We got the matrix crumbling. We got this pandemic that we've never witnessed. We've got these energies flowing in and out of our bodies, because everything is energy based. Everything is energy based. And especially if you're becoming more and more like sensitive energy wise, you feel everything. You absorb so much energy in just one day. That's why some people might be feeling fatigued right now, or just like really trying to figure out why you're going from feeling high on life to all of a sudden just feel like you're tumbling down a hill. Just like that, because the more and more you take care of yourself, the more and more you work on yourself, better yourself, strive for better things, meditate, eat healthier, your insides become more sensitive to things that it does not like. Whether it be negativity, whether it be, bad food or like junk food, it's everything's energy based. It's like your body's a car and you need the gas, oil. Okay. So you get it. It's like, I guess that was kind of like my attempt on making an analogy. Anyways, yeah. So I just kind of wanted to bring awareness to that. Like that specific hieroglyph, and then the age of Aquarius. Why did the Egyptians use those two lines? Because the story behind Egyptians is very interesting. Back in school, I don't remember being taught about the Egyptians as much, maybe a little bit, but we all know how school goes. It's the system. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk on that. That's about it, guys. Like I said, I do have an interest in astrology. I have a few astrology videos. And like I said, it's just a change happening. So like if you've been seeing all these angel numbers and you've been, really want to learn more about yourself, there's a meaning behind it. You didn't just wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm going to do some self-discovery. Either something brought that to your awareness, or you start to feel some type of way inside, and you probably said to yourself subconsciously, like, man, this ain't working, I need to try something else. And you're starting to get more and more into your conscious. So hope you all doing great today. Again, I just kind of wanted to talk about this because it was crazy. I was just looking at videos and doing some research. I just said, hold on, why is this specific ancient Egyptian hieroglyph symbol the same as the Aquarius symbol, and we're moving more and more into the age of Aquarius? I just thought I'd share this video with you guys. I hope that wherever you are, whoever you are, you're having a blessed day. Keep striding forward, keep proceeding forward, and yeah, that's about it, guys. So, oh, by the way, and I haven't said this in a while on my channel. My channel is about motivation, uplifting your spirit, and change your mood and mind from negative to positive. But yeah, guys, it was just something I thought I'd bring up. Maybe the Egyptians were predicting the future. Maybe they were trying to, tell us that, hey, something great's gonna happen in the age of Aquarius, or there's gonna be a return of something in the age of Aquarius. There's a lot of questions that archaeologists and scholars and scientists are still trying to figure out to these days. People with PhDs traveling to Egypt, checking out the pyramids, discovering bones and going into tombs, still trying to decipher and decode all these things. So it's still a huge mystery. And the most important thing is the fact that these beings, these spiritual beings that were having a human experience, known as the Egyptians, were building these picture perfect pyramids with less tools, less technology than that we have today, like little to none. So what is that all about, guys? Go do your own research, go check that out. I'm sure I could explain it a lot better, a lot more into detail, but I kind of just want to just get my point across and just bring awareness to hieroglyphs. Just do some research on hieroglyphs. Do some research on astrology. If you've always been somebody who's just like, you know what, screw astrology, I don't think that matters to me in my life, just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. You might figure something out that you might be intrigued by. You never know. It's always good to do research, and because it definitely been helping me just doing some research on these things, and just knowledge. The age of Aquarius is bringing that higher knowledge. Anyways, guys, hope you all have a great night, great day, wherever you are, whoever you are. And hey, remember this, guys. Life and waves are alike. They never stop.